Down there, our astronaut will not have any sense of direction and will need to be guided by her colleagues from base. We are confident that our highly trained team will accomplish the mission successfully.
Ms. Pastore, you are the first Italian African woman to undertake a mission of this magnitude. Will you represent Italy or Africa in orbit?
Such a wonderful thing to undertake this, showing the immigrant experience against a story of space travel. You know, it just all really works. The analogy of the moonbeam, and then she's finding her way through the ocean, and she actually goes to the moon as an adult. And the same kind of guiding principles that her father instilled in her as a child, as an immigrating child, has stayed with her as an adult astronaut. A lot of imagination and just wonderful thinking went into this. It's a great story, and I love it. The tone and the pacing are absolutely perfect, and the acting's great too. Everybody on screen did a great job. You know, particularly the lead actress, her friend. Her father, very emotional scene at the end. And, you know, like when she's talking to her fellow astronaut, like he's just very real. Everybody, and the girl that comes to ask him for a selfie also just very real. Everything was very real, very grounded performances. The writing is great. The dialogue is amazing. And I just love the metaphor, the Mångata. It's a wonderful metaphor, you know, for love, for her relationship with her father, with her relationship with the country and the planet, with herself and her inner struggle. Everything's there. And love the music. I love the music. I love hearing just traditional African music against science fiction aesthetic. Was just beautiful, haunting, and wonderful. I say haunting, but I mean like in a very good way. It's affecting. It really affected emotions from me, haunting like that.
This was an amazing story, and it was very well-rounded, and it had a great set design. I was really enthralled by this film. You had a very compassionate woman with a very close relationship with her father, and it gave her a moment to say her closure to her dad. After years of being separated, years after he passed away, going to the moon to fix something. It was a really profound story that relates to a lot of people who don't get the chance to say goodbye, and just that one chance when you're between life and death. To get that chance would be absolutely amazing for a lot of people. It's a story that's really, really great. The costume design was great. The set design was great on this. Everything was. You really believed this character. You believed this story.
I really loved the way that they kind of had the beginning part with her as a kid, and obviously like the conversation with her dad and what it meant to her, and that was really an imprinting moment on her. And then to see the heights and like what she was able to accomplish and strive for in life, and then to go from but to see how she still kind of carried that with her, how it was still a part of who she was, and clearly like she was missing her dad, and you know, having that kind of loss, especially at such a young age, is definitely going to imprint on you and is going to have such a big impact. And then seeing her, you know, go to the moon, accomplish this really amazing thing, and have this moment with her dad, and get to say things that she didn't get to say when she was a kid. Now she's an adult. She has, you know, not necessarily a different perspective on it, but she does have, you know, a different life experience now, and, you know, getting to have that kind of, you know, conversation, as it were, I think is really, really beautiful. And I think they handled it really, really well. And I really, really enjoyed the kind of journey and how you saw her kind of build to, you know, that moment.
It dives into this aspect of, you know, loyalty. And as someone who is biracial, I can relate to that aspect. I love the beginning of this film and this hero prop that connects us with the past version of her as well as the present, in addition to the relationship that we have with the moon, right? The moonlight leads us on this path, right? And we get to see this journey of her become, an astronaut and really, do a dangerous mission for the people. Yet it's something that, seems so fitting for our character to have and experience. And we get to feel for her as she flashes back in these moments and has this moment on the moon, right? And she gets to have this moment alone, right? She's disconnected from the people she is in communication with. So when you take that away, you're left with your own thoughts and you're left to sit there. And sometimes when you sit there, you get to have these moments of clarity and be able to make that moment count. And that's exactly what we see here in this short film. It's out of this world. It's so spectacularly well done.
This is kind of like, more psychological aspect of the sci-fi fantasy genre, but it still maintains like the consistency of the character arc. The setting is very realistic. As you can see, like there's like a press conference, there like a scene that she's like in the spaceship. So everything is well done as a short film here. Everything is well produced, the setting is good, and the CGI as well. So this is a delicious to watch.